we may not find out a whole lot more about this team against Kent State, similar to the UTEP game, but going a week out from there in the next few weeks, this team should beat Nebraska, but it's a road game, and Nebraska, with all their issues, still put up some kind of fight against most good teams like they did in Norman last year, of course. What would you like to find out about this team? Either that you were concerned about, and that might be a strong word after week one, but maybe some things that were left unanswered or didn't look real sharp in week one, or just need to be answered over the next few weeks.
I think the biggest thing, and it's something I brought up whenever we did our schedule breakdown, is the trenches, the offense and the defensive line. Like you said, with UTEP and Kent State, I think physically most people would expect, just by looking at the brands, Oklahoma should dominate in the trenches. Nebraska, on the other hand, typically they have bigger bodies, a lot stronger. Again, if you're just maybe a more casual college football fan, you would expect Nebraska to put up a fight against Oklahoma, especially there. With Oklahoma the hiring of Jerry Schmidt for strength and conditioning, I think that's going to be what is going to be either something that Oklahoma fans could be concerned about after the Nebraska game or super excited about. If Oklahoma can dominate on the offensive and defensive line against Nebraska, I think that's something that they should be excited about, and another reason why Oklahoma may not be that far away from getting back into the playoffs as early as this year, potentially.
Yeah, and again, this is just game one and the whole new coaching staff. Going on the road at Nebraska, it's one of those deals where it's no matter how bad like a Texas is or Oklahoma State is, Nebraska's a rivalry, and both teams will get up for that game and play really well, and the crowd will be loud. They did have quite a few false starts and procedure penalties. I'd like to see that cleaned up, playing on the road in a hostile environment. And then also is just looking at Kansas State. That'll be the first Big 12 game. It's just not that I'm downing Brent Venables. It's just OU for a long time hasn't had a coach where he can get the team to play at a high level consistently week in, week out, and get up for the games like the UTEP, like Kent State, and then go on the road and play a big rivalry game, and then be able to come home and handle a Kansas State and not play it close. Because there's been so many times where like OU goes to play Texas, the motivation is there, and then they play someone either before or after. I think last year was Kansas State on the road in Manhattan where they almost blew it. And it's just games like that where the ebbs and flows and the big time college football games, can they get up consistently? And I think they will. It's just I haven't seen that in a long time for Oklahoma, and that's what I'm really looking for.